All right, it's just after 8:30 Tuesday evening on August the 23rd, I believe it is, and it's getting dark quick. So at least that yellow sleeping bag shows up well. And then old Zeke in my chair, and just a very kind of a wooded gravel pull off here. Nice canopy of leaves overhead. So we're cowboy camping it tonight. And like I said, just a gravel pull off of Route 60 here in Algonquin Provincial Park. We just rolled up in here. Well, I guess we actually rolled into the park a little bit ago, but I've been riding around looking for a place to camp. I did go to the campground itself, and when I pulled in, it said it was closed. Said it was closed for the 22 season. But then I ride around the corner, and there's people back in there camping. So I asked somebody, about it being closed, and they said that the like that little office, that little check-in area was closed, but you can make online reservations. So needless to say, again, it's late, and that was the last thing I wanted to mess with. And so I had passed this area, drove past this a little bit ago, and pulled up in here and checked it out, and as a potential site. So yeah, the campground's just like right up the road there, real close. So when that looked like that was a no-go, I just turned around and came back here. And this is pretty cool. Again, the main road though is right there, and then there's some type of a gated area just here to the left. I think maybe it's some type of trailhead or something like that, but I'm really not sure. But yeah, this will work for the night. So I am thankful for it. Thankful to be here. I've been wanting to come to Algonquin for, I'm going to say, maybe 20 years. I saw an article in a backpacker magazine all those years. Been wanting to come here ever since. Let's see. Here I am. A little bit anyhow. It's me, I promise. Yeah. So here we are. So God willing, tomorrow I'll get to see a bit of this place. Check it out. 200. Did I say that already? 277.3 miles today. That's the biggest ride we've done in quite some time. I don't think we've done close to 300 in I don't know how long. But it's a beautiful ride too. That it could not be prettier, to tell you the truth. It was just good roads, beautiful scenery. And too, it's something that I wouldn't say it was hilly, but it wasn't flat either. And just a lot of just trees, just very green. A lot of rivers and streams and ponds and lakes, and even just these bog-looking areas, just these real wet-looking areas, and rocks too. A lot of rocks. So yeah, just beautiful over here in Ontario. And the weather today was absolutely perfect. It was warm, sunny, crystal clear blue, and just could not have been a better day for riding. That said, early on, I stopped within like the first 11 miles or so at a gas station. Got a cup of coffee and some food, and as usual, I sat outside for a bit, charging my devices and hanging out and all that, and met some dudes. I met some really cool guys today. Wayne and his two boys, Jeff and Jason. Well, actually, he had told me Jake. He said Jake at first, and then his dad said Jason. So I guess it's either. But I get an impression he prefers Jake, and his dad prefers Jason. But I like the idea of Jake. My nephew's name is Jake, and I just feel like it's a manly name. And old Jake I met today, they were some manly guys. They were some cool dudes. Jeff was a big old burly dude. Big. I'm a big guy, and he was a lot bigger than I am, and just a big stout guy, and red hair, red beard, and all that, and just looked like a big Viking looking dude. And for that matter, Jake too. He was a stout guy. He wasn't tall like Jeff, but he's a stout dude and burly as well. And again, on their I didn't even say, I said again, but yeah, they were all riding. They were doing a father and son's trip. They're all from here in Canada, and they live south of Toronto, I guess it is. And they were telling me where, but I didn't know the names of the towns or anything. But yeah, they do like an annual trip for the dad for Wayne's birthday. And Wayne's birthday was like here in the past few days. It might have been yesterday even. I know it was very recently, but he's 66 now. And too, what was really cool, Jeff's birthday was actually today. Jeff was turning the big 40 today. So happy birthday again to you, Jeff. And man, just what a pleasure to meet you guys and to talk to you guys. We took pictures together. They did, and I did as well, of course. And yeah, we just talked for quite a bit, and just neat guys. And as I'd mentioned, the bikes. The dad was on a big old Harley, and Jeff was on a Vulcan, which it's a Yamaha, I'm pretty sure, a big old dressed out bike. And then Jake was on a great old big bike too, and I'm not sure which one that was, but just a big full dressed out cruiser. And but yeah, just cool guys. What was neat too about Jake, he's a sculptor, and it sounds like he sculpts stuff for like movie props and stuff like that. And so that was pretty neat. He said he'd actually been to Louisville before, which is real close to home, and he was there for like sounded like a sculptor's type convention, something like that. So they knew Cincinnati, and I guess you'd say that area a little bit, or at least had been through there. Wayne had been through there, sound like years ago, even hauling lumber, I believe it was. Yeah, actually, I know it was. So anyhow, great to meet you guys. Great talking to you, and again, happy birthday to Wayne and to Jeff, and just good riding, and God bless you guys. And then let's see. Oh, and then later, I was cruising, and I stopped at this park next to this beautiful river. And I think the river was the Spanish River. And when I was leaving, I wanted to ask about because I had GPS directions over to Algonquin, and the GPS was showing me a couple different ways. And so I wanted to ask somebody who would know, what they thought the better way was. So there was a guy there in the park who had rode in on a scooter. And so I stopped to speak to him, and his name was Jack. And Jack's riding a pretty big scooter, really. It's a Suzuki, I think it was either a 600 or 650. And he told me it would do 200 kilometers an hour, which is, that's pretty fast. It's over, well over 100 miles an hour. And I told him it was faster than this, told him it was faster than Zeke. I said he's screaming at 70 miles an hour. But that's all right. Zeke gets me there. We're not in any hurry, clearly. But anyhow, but Jack was a cool dude. He told me the route to go, and that's what I did today. And again, it could not have been prettier. Went through a little town, decent sized town, really, called oh man, I'm so sorry, I'm brain farting on it. Something Sound. But anyhow, I stopped and took some pictures there and made some phone calls, talked to my mom, all that good stuff. But it was a pretty town. I'm gonna have to look it up again because I'm drawing a blank on it. That, and then even went through a town called Huntsville, not too far out of the park here. And Huntsville was a real happening looking, just kind of a cool looking old town, and a bunch of people out on the street tonight, and restaurants and probably bars and all that stuff, and just real busy and just real kind of trendy, hip looking. It was a neat place. But so anyhow, yeah, Jack gave me good information as far as which way I should go, and it was great talking to him. He I tell you though, the guy, he suggested something that I've kind of had decided, and I haven't mentioned to you all. I've pretty much had decided this past week that Nova Scotia and Newfoundland was not going to be this trip. Just for as late as it's getting to be, I'm out 15 weeks today. I guess I haven't said that. Today is 15 weeks since I left home. So as late as it's getting to be, the potential of weather getting, bad over there, and just the time and the money, it would put me out. I'm thinking probably about another, probably 2 weeks if I did both Nova Scotia and Newfoundland like I'd been planning on doing. So I'm thinking, I'd been thinking just to go to Maine and home, from there would be absolutely amazing and, good enough, so to speak. But old Jack today, he started talking up Nova Scotia. I've been thinking about it. So we'll see. I mean, I had told my folks, and I think I told Lori as well, that, when I had said I wasn't going to go to those places, I said, well, don't hear me saying I'm definitely not. I said, I'm probably not going to go to them. But I said, but I might get over there. The weather might be nice. And I might just decide I want to do that. And so, it's all, again, like this whole trip thus far, I'm just winging it. And so, never say never. I didn't want to say I definitely wasn't going to go. But I'd kind of gotten my head around not doing Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. But after talking to Jack today, I don't know. I might get over there and at least maybe do Nova Scotia, maybe Prince Edward Island. I mean, because, it's right there too, of course. So can't miss it. Wouldn't be right being that close. But we'll see. That's all God's timing, part of God's perfect will and plan. And I'm game for the adventure, whatever it is. I'm just thankful and blessed to be here. And great to meet you, Jack. Good talking to you, man. And again, I do appreciate the information and, your directions today. And just, yeah. So I guess that's all I got. I need to eat some dinner. It's, there's a little bit of light sky up there. I tell you, it's so, this canopy's so heavy here. It's, again, it's fairly dark in here, but it's nice. It's almost like a cave. So I think I've covered it all. Still bugs me. I can't think of the name of that town. Something Sound. You know what? It's all right. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching, and God bless y'all. Sincerely, and good night.